Well, there's proof that I can actually fill this thing up if I got some good hard ground to pull it on. I'd say that's probably a good 17 yards right there. And so far, I'm really liking this scraper here. There's two things I really don't like about it though. For one thing, I can't see the blade like I could on my other one. So, you know, I'm really trying to get a feel for when the thing is, you know, just starting to bite in the ground or shaving off the land. You know, my last dirt pan, I could see the blade, and it made grading and smoothing things out real easy. Other thing I don't like about this pan is that, well, it's a traditional dump style pan, whereas my last pan was an ejector. So, you know, this one, the bucket tilts up to dump the dirt out, and my old pan, the gate would open and it'd have an ejector that would just push it forward. So you could really do some fine dumping of the dirt. You could set that blade down to where, you know, it's not very far up the ground, and then kind of feather that ejector forward and just you know, just slowly dump out your dirt, and it would be real smooth, you know, when you got done. Whereas this one right here, you know, it kind of wants to dump it all out in one spot. Now I can set it down and feather it out a little bit that way, but not as fine a control as I could with my ejector. Plus, when it got time to finish grading, I could, on my old pan, I could raise the gate all the way up, push the ejector forward, and then just control my height. And basically, you know, I would pull it, but it would act like a bulldozer with that ejector all the way frontward, and you could do a lot of real fine grading and smoothing up. So I can still do a dang good job with this one. It's just not quite as easy to do as it was with my old one. And, you know, as I continue to use this and get a good feel for it, you know, I'll get a lot better with it as it is, to where maybe it doesn't take me so long to get it, you know, completely finished up and smooth. But if anybody's interested, now that I see that this one will work out good for me, I'm going to have my old one up for sale. It's I think it's a Midland brand, 15 yard. Like I said, it's an ejector pan, it's on dolly. You know, that's one reason I got this one, because I wanted to get away from the dolly system so I could put more weight on the drawbar and, you know, be able to pull these pans just a little bit more effectively. But it does a good job. I've moved a lot of dirt with it over the years, and you know, we had the ejector system completely overhauled a year ago, so all that's in real good shape. Don't really know what I want for it. You know, it's a 15 yard pan. I figure, you know, $1,000 a yard, you know, around that $15,000 price range. So if you're interested in it, hit me up.
All right, well, our buggy is almost empty. We still have probably 200 or 300 pounds in there, just enough for like, I don't know, 4 more passes. But I finished up all the big front field up here, and before it gets too dark, I'm gonna go ahead and load it up for in the morning. And yeah, there's no rain inside or anything. It's actually supposed to be a little breezy, so it shouldn't hurt anything on the buggy. So we're gonna go ahead and load it up and come out here first thing in the morning and try to finish her up. All right, we just made it to the next field. We're actually trying to cover some ground today. I've cleared off, what, 5 forms. They are only calling for like little pieces throughout the field, so traveling to the farms is what is taking me so long. Like the last one I was on, it only called for like 0.4 of a ton. So now we are sitting at our next field, and our buggy is still not completely empty, but Kelly says she's got somewhere to be here in just a little while, and she is my tender truck driver. So while we're on the corner of Passamore and Old Humboldt. I think that goes one of my buddies right there. Hey, buddy. But, sorry, that distracted me. But, look at this crimson clover. I don't know how well y'all can see it on camera, but this field looks awfully red, awfully crimson. But we're actually going to fill up right across the street because it's a little easier for the truck to get in and out right there. And it's right at school let out time, so we're definitely about to be people watching when we fill up. But while I'm waiting on her, besides looking at the crimson clover, I'm gonna try and make my pass around the field, see if I can't empty it out just as much as I can possibly empty it out, because I think there's just a little over one full buggy worth on that truck, and like really, with just our luck. So anywho, I'm gonna get back to spreading. And this is kind of what I'm talking about on the, we've got 35 acres here and we only need, I don't know, 3 acres worth of product. Our total product is 266 pounds, so it's right at 1/10 of a ton too. So that's about the same as what I just left on that last farm. So you can kind of see it's going to take me the longest time getting from here to here, and then do all this, and then from here to here. But other than that, it's only going to take me 20 minutes to do the whole field. So, well, all right. I think Kelly just pulled up, and I just finished this field, so I don't have to carry a fully loaded buggy back through these terraces and stuff all the way to the back. I can just haul it down the road. So that's a wonderful plus, but time to fill up. All right, got loaded. Now to the next farm.
All right, we stopped up here at the cattle pen because we got some work going on here. We ain't got a fence here no more. Got a crew going to completely replace my fence here. Got a young man out of University of Tennessee, Martin. He's a junior up there, does fencing on the side, came highly recommended, and he gave me a cheaper quote than what I was expecting to completely redo all this, go back with all new posts. I told him I want the thing horse high, pig tight, and bull proof. He said he could do it, so I said get after it. I spent the last 2 days getting the old fence pulled up, dismantled, and said probably gonna try to start driving posts tomorrow. I'm excited. Can't wait to put some steers in here next year now. Also try to improve the drainage a little bit to where they go in the barn here, getting that water, instead of pulling up right there by the door, getting it on down here to where hopefully they not wading knee deep in mud all winter long.
And I was gonna say, before I died, I was gonna say we're trying to beat the rain, like always, but the rain is here and I only have about maybe 200 pounds left in my buggy. So it's just a light drizzle on me right now, so I'm gonna keep on spreading and try and empty out this buggy before I have to park it tonight. You definitely do not want rain on your fertilizer. I mean, that's self-said, but it'll crust over and it'll turn into concrete in your spreader, so I don't like that. Right now we're going over these heavy spots at the Ferguson farm, and just so I can empty all this out and not have to be driving all over the field to find spots, I just went to the main hot spot that's calling for 95% of the potash out here, and it looks like Matt's been doing some dirt work. I've found a new terrace a second ago, and well, I saw the dirt work, but I believe he's working out the new dirt pan. So yeah, you can kind of see the raindrops on the windshield, but it's not too bad. So we're still going right now. Let's see how much is in there. A little more than I was thinking. That's about, I don't know, that's probably about 500 pounds, half a ton. So, yeah, so as long as the rain holds off and or if this is as much as we're getting, I can keep spreading for a little while, at least another half a ton's worth. So. All right, we are finally empty. So it was a good thing I hopped out and checked before I started to make that other pass. I probably ran out right in here somewhere. We're just gonna have to remember that tomorrow. Anywho, it is 9:14 and I am headed to the shop. Oh, and by the way, all the rain quit, so we could have gone all night. But
well, we done with dirt pan work. Andy's gonna get done with fertilizer today. Last thing left to do before planting. Got just a little bit of plowing to do.
we got it decently full right now, and we are out here on the new farm. Right here on Gumflat Road. I don't know what we're gonna call this farm. Maybe cell phone tower. So we're gonna get started out here, and it's calling for, we're not doing a prescription on it because we don't know what the prescription is on it yet. So we're just doing a flat rate of 166 pounds an acre of potash out here. So,
all right, I done cooled down from getting this thing serviced. Tell you what, I think we bypassed spring. We went straight from winter to summer. It's low 80s, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Sweating. I tell you what, this thing right here, it's got to go. I can't deal with this in hot weather. So next video is going to be back to my summertime look. All right, we got this thing checked over, greased, air pressure and tires done. Let's get to the field and turn some dirt.
Well, we have company. Matt's gonna come out here and smoothing this field out a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I think he likes the disc.
Well, this didn't go well. Just trying to reach over here in this slough on the new farm that I bulldozed in, and apparently I found a deep soft spot and it just slid off in it. Fortunately, Andy happens to be over here spreading fertilizer, so Kelly's gonna bring log chain so he can snatch me out.
Well, I don't know if you can see right there, but all you can see is the top of a blue tractor right there, and it just coincidentally, on my very last pass, I'm gonna end up right at the tractor. So Kelly's on her way up here with a chain right now, so I was just gonna keep on spreading until she got here, and now that I'm done with the field, my very last pass is gonna put me right at the front of his tractor. So what a coincidence. Good spot to get stuck, I guess. Almost like it was meant to be. Alright, Kelly's here for the rescue. You riding with me?
I don't ever get stuck.
You're on camera right now.
Get this first try. Alright, come on Andy, pull.
It's not in the middle of the chain, I don't know.
Let's pull. Oh, he's spinning, that ain't good.
Oh, get her. Oh, Jesus. Oh. She ain't moving. Oh, no. Oh, this ain't good. Nope.
All right, hold up. Might pull from the rear. Hey, just wrap it around that center beam there.
Attempt number 2. There we go. Please don't break the entire frame. Oh, it's gonna bog it down. Nope.
Come on, baby, come on. I think we're going to have to unhook the buggy.
Did I overflow though?
I slid in. I didn't drive into it, I slid in.
That's what I'm gonna go with from now on. I slid in.
All right, let's try this again. Third time's a charm. Come on, baby, come on. Hey, lock your differential lock. We almost had it. Let's try from a different angle. All right, take 4. Let's go ahead and unhook the disc and drag it backwards. We're going to have to bring another tractor over here anyway. We'll get the loader tractor and we can pick the tongue back up to hook it up. Hey, stop where you get buried.
Alright, attempt number 1, and then trying to just get my tractor out.
All right, let's pray we can get this first tractor out, and then we'll worry about the disc. Then we'll worry about the
Come on out of there, girl. Alright, I don't want to run my chain over here.
All right, tractor number 1 out. Now I'll try to get the disc out. All right, problem number 2 out of the way. All right, got it hooked up again. She's buried. Let's pray she pops on out this time. Well, still not budging. All right, try 57. There we go, come on. Come on. All right, hold up. All right, let's get a little bit different angle on it. All right, attempt 101. Come on, I think we got it now. I think we got it. Hallelujah. Woo! All right, note to self, don't drive over this spot for about the next 5 years. Looks like I'm gonna have a nice wash job for Carter now.
And just so we don't jinx it, Matt left the chain on his tractor, so hopefully he just doesn't get stuck again and we don't have to use it. But if we do, it's on the tractor.
All right, I finally decided to quit playing in the mud, and we plowing up this where this catch pin and entrance used to be, and I already double cut it twice with a disc, and you see how thick that Bermuda grass is in places all that side. I'm having to resort to extreme measures to get that cut up, get all the way the disc just on this intersection. That way it'll cut through the grass, and then we'll put the wings down and go over it a few times after that. All right, after working this up all day, I think I just about got this farm in shape. This whole hillside's where I pushed all that dirt to grade it down, get rid of the washes and stuff. It's now plantable. All this over here is where I did some clearing off. Got all the entrance and where the cattle pen was. And then, well, the slough down through there, that's going to take a lot more work, but it won't be this spring. Probably have to be this fall whenever it dries up and I can actually do something with it. So now all this farm likes is come over here with a do-all, and then we'll be ready to plant it. I know a lot of y'all out here, it still looks like crap out here, but I think there's a chance we can make a fair crop out of it as long as I can get seed into the ground. I think we ought to do all right. But like since I've been saying from the beginning, this is going to be a multi-year project, and we are by no means done with dirt work over here, but I think we made a pretty dang good start. So I got a couple other spots around some other fields I need to touch up. We go home, get hooked up to do-all, come back out here tomorrow and get this slicked off good. I do know one thing I'm going to be looking for at an auction coming up, and that's going to be one of those land levelers that they use like in the Delta and stuff. That tool will be a whole lot more handy over here than what this was. Just going back and forth across these hillsides and smoothing it out real good, because I've done as good as I can with a disc, but it's still kind of ridgy. I'll try and get some of that out with a do-all, but a land leveler would be the ticket out here. All right, we're making the final couple passes out here before planting. I'm out here running the do-all, smoothing up everything I plowed up. Andy's over there getting any chunks left out here. Honestly, it hadn't been that bad. We did a pretty dang good job with the track hoe and the dozer, but there are a few big ones out here that could tear up a planter and stuff. So Andy's running around getting them, and this field will be ready to plant before the end of the day today. Now, when we actually get to planting it, that I don't know. I think we got some more rain coming in this afternoon or tonight, and still got to get seed. Got my chemicals and stuff ordered today. So if the rain holds off, probably do some planting this week. If we do get some rain, it'll probably be next week. So we just have to wait and see. I tell you what, I sure do enjoy running do-all. Probably my favorite thing on the farm to run, of course, because we don't do, any tillage. Don't hardly ever get a chance to run it, but there's ain't nothing like, getting some fresh disc ground and making that pass over the do-all and just slicking it up, making it nice and smooth and pretty. Ain't nothing like that. Some of these spots out here still pretty muddy though. And if you're not careful with the do-all, it can make muddy spots even more muddy, because it kind of clogs up those choppers, and then they drag, and So the mud you got in the low spot becomes even less dirt in there because the choppers are dragging it out. Looks like he got a pretty good load there.
Well, that was 1/85 of all the treasures on the new farm. Matt's out there trying to disc up all the major ruts and around the field edges and get all the tree chunks and stuff just off the ground so we can take the planter down through there hopefully. So this morning I was picking up all the little chunks, which I say little when they're the size of me. So anywho, I've got 98% of it at least. I know I missed one or two, but hopefully the planter will just go right over them and won't have many problems. And we got a new piece of jewelry on this. New shiny piece of jewelry. Last night I came in here and I heard the hydraulic motors, the pumps, they were just whining like crazy. So I added some more oil and turned the fans back on. I put a whole 5-gallon bucket of oil in there and it wasn't even on the minimum level. I doubt it really still is. Yeah, no, it's not even showing up on the level. So I put that 5-gallon bucket in there and turned the fans back on to see how bad our leak was. We did know there was a leak, but I didn't know how bad it was. So I came back here and I could stick my pinky through it. So it had to be replaced before we kept running. Somebody's coming down through here now. Wonder if that's Matt. No, it's a sprayer or spreader. Ooh. Everybody's out working today. It feels too good out here today. Meanwhile, I gotta get back to spreading. We still got 3 farms to spread over, and it ain't doing no spreading sitting at the shop.
One of the modifications I made to this do-all last winter really coming in handy. That hydraulic cylinder and mount that I made to go to just the pitch back and forth, I'm really using it a lot over here where I did all this dirt moving just to try and level it up. I'm adjusting the tilt backwards so the back boards grab dirt out of the high spots, and then when I get to a low spot I can pitch it forward to raise those boards in the back up to dump the dirt in, and just really help kind of smooth and level this. It's not moving a whole lot of dirt, but you know, smaller dips and humps and stuff, it really helps to just you go over it enough times from different directions, it really helps to flatten the ground out as long as you operate it properly. All right, it's official. This farm is ready for the planter. Done all our dirt work, tree removal, ground leveling, smoothing up, fertilizing. We've done about everything we can to this farm to get it ready for planting. I gotta say, yeah, this hillside is still extremely steep, and hopefully it survives the storms we got coming tonight, or whenever the first big rain comes. I know it's gonna wash some, but I'm really happy with it. I didn't think it would ever look this good when I first started. And then over here is a big area that I cleared up. Yeah, it's steep too, but it's smooth and it's plantable. Now I just going to have to wait and see what this year brings as far as washing out and how I need to adjust it going forward. You know, smoothing it back out, getting it established. But I think we got a pretty good start. So anyway, that's going to be the next step. Plant some beans. I got a couple other spots in some fields where I did some dirt work. Need to go hit them with a do-all, get them smoothed up. But other than that, we're going to be ready to hook up to that Borgo air seeder and sink some soybeans in the ground. That's going to be on the next video. Don't exactly know when that'll be. A lot depends on the weather tonight. Storms coming through, and then we got a pretty good cold snap coming this weekend. Highs around 60, lows around 40s, but I think the soil temperature has gotten warm enough this week that I doubt it's going to dip down too much. So don't know if we'll get anything planted this week or if we'll wait till the first of the following week. I don't know. have to do a little bit more debating on it. So anyway, all right, before I let y'all go, show you something else we're going to be working on the next couple of days. And actually Andy's been working on it this afternoon. We got done spreading fertilizer, but still had like 2 tons left in the buggy and had a hydraulic line bust. And actually it didn't bust, the metal part here corroded. And you know, fertilizer is extremely corrosive, even though we do as good a job as possible getting it cleaned up and oiling it down, you know, it's still going to rust.
And that right there broke off from rusting.
So anyway, if that one busted, the rest of them are probably about to. And so I'm gonna take these motors. I mean, this buggy's 14 years old, so it's definitely lived a very long life expectancy when you're messing around with fertilizer. But decided we're just going to go ahead and gut this system, going to replace all the hoses, going to get some stainless steel hydraulic ends ordered so this doesn't happen again. Plus I'm going to have the motors, have them gone through and resealed because they probably need it too. And then along those lines, these bearings right here that are chain runs on, the seals out. I mean, you can see the balls up in there, and you know that's just full of corrosion. Even though we pump them full of grease and try and keep them lubed, it's inevitable when you're messing with fertilizer. And like I said, you know, most buggies don't last 14 years without a lot of big maintenance. So we've done a good job keeping the rust off, but it is inevitable. It is going to happen, and we're going to have to use this thing heavily the next month and a half. When we plant corn, about 500 acres, we got to go out with urea, ammonium sulfate in front of the planter. Then we want to top dress cotton in June. So rather than having this stuff go out when we got a buggy full of fertilizer, we're going to try take a few days and get all this overhauled. That way it'll be good to go for. If we go back with some stainless steel fittings, hopefully it'll be good to go for more than 14 years. So anyway, that's what I'm going to end y'all with. Appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next one.